The sign says welcome, but for many of our friends and neighbors, property taxes in St. Lucie County and Port St. Lucie have gotten so high it's no longer affordable to live here. Hello, I am Joe James, your Republican candidate for St. Lucie County Property Appraiser. I recently had the privilege of meeting a very nice couple when I was walking through Precinct 23 and knocking on doors and meeting voters. They invited me to come into their home and said when they built the house, they had a contractor lay up the block, put in the windows and doors, put the roof on it, that they completely finished the house themselves. It took them well over a year, but they did an incredible job. This house was absolutely beautiful. But they said they just recently determined that they're going to have to sell the house because they can no longer afford the taxes on the house they built. And I hear this story over and over again. What can you do about our property taxes? I'm being taxed out of my home. I'm having to consider maybe moving back to Tennessee or Georgia or South Carolina. Everyone talks about taxes, but no one's doing anything about it. The county commission and city council can lower the millage rate, but it's never enough to actually reduce your property taxes. And the current property appraiser has only made the situation worse by allowing your assessed value, that's the assessed value that you actually pay taxes on, allowing your assessed value to creep up to the point where it's not just at market value, it oftentimes exceeds it. That's why we have property owners that are pushing back and saying, my property's not worth what you're telling me it is. So they file a petition, they go to the Value Adjustments Board. And when they do, the Independent Review Board sides with the property owner approximately 25% of the time, confirming their suspicion that yes, their assessed value was too high. Now, I've always been a firm believer that people should be able to keep more of their hard-earned money and government should do with less. So I'm making this promise and this pledge to you today. As your property appraiser, I am going to reduce your property taxes, doing it by reducing your appraised and assessed value. See, if you get 5 qualified individuals to do their opinion of value on your property, you're going to get 5 different answers. And it's going to range from low to high and everything in between. So I am committed to always using the lowest available value for your property. And in doing that, I'm going to accomplish 2 things. One, it's going to reduce the taxes for the property owner because the assessed value is less. But it's also going to reduce the cost of the county because we're going to reduce or possibly eliminate the need for value adjustment boards. It is my goal to actually reduce and completely eliminate value adjustment board hearings because I look at that like every time a property owner files a petition to go to the Value Adjustments Board, it is an indication of a failure of the appraiser's office. They either failed to accurately evaluate the property or they failed to communicate convincingly to the property owner how they arrived at the figure that they did. But in either case, it's a failure of the property appraiser's office. August the 20th is your opportunity to vote for change in St. Lucie County. So I'm asking you, vote for change, vote for lower taxes, vote for Joe James. I approve this message and I appreciate your vote. Thank you.